You know, I think it's looking pretty good, but it didn't always look good and it didn't always work very well either. What's up, people? I'm Xogue and welcome back to NSG. A couple things I want to show you right off the bat. We have a silverfish head, which this guy just looks so weird. So weird, but it's so cool. One of our members, named It's Fix on the server, link to the website in the description, and he's on the website, of course. All of our members are. Go check him out. But he was mentioning how he had one in his world, in his area. And I was like, man, that's so cool. That's weird looking. And he's like, you want one? I was like, heck yeah, I want one. Go ahead, man. Sweet. But anyway, so that's the other thing. The second thing that I'm avoiding showing you is actually how much work we've gotten done on this. Yeah, this guy here. I hear you, zombie. It's coming along. We're not there yet. We're not nearly as far as I wanted to be. But as you can see, we have a massive problem. And it seems to be a very common trend. Because if we go over here, let's just take a look at exactly what we've got to deal with, to contend with over here. Because we basically have like a whole thing over here, right? This is a pretty big area. And it does eventually open up into... I think it opens up eventually out. I don't know. I don't know where it is. I think it goes all the way up and out. Yeah, there we go. So there is an exit point to this. But it's just a huge water-filled cave. The other side's a little bit more serious because hey, can I get it? Don't touch the ground. Don't touch. Oh, I don't know if I touched the ground or not. I'm not sure. That was weird. That was fun though. That was interesting. Anyway, so if we go down and out here, as you can see, I've been building around the outside of this to give us the look we were looking for, but we've started to build out into the ocean. So we're going to have to do something with this, and it's going to require a lot of terraforming, likely. At the very least, we're going to seal off this chasm and not worry about it so much anymore. At the most, we might do something more decorative with, not necessarily the chasm itself. We're probably still just going to cover that up, but just the area. I'm toying with different ideas on what to do with this area. If you have any ideas, feel free to pitch them down below, and we'll take a look and we'll see what we like. Get out of here, stupid drown. Go away. Thanks for the gold, though. All of you guys are all over the place. This is crazy. Craziness. There we go. Okay. Anyway, so, oh my goodness. How many of you are there? Oh, yeah, get sucked down, stupid. No. I said go get sucked down. You're not getting sucked down. Here, we're going to pitch you that way because there's more things to suck you down over there. Ooh! Ooh! You get sucked down over there too. Yeah, you perished. Get me up, man. Where's that other guy at? Oh, there he is. Pew. Get sucked down, dummy. Ew. Oh, you're going to make it through, though, aren't you? Fine. Be that way. Anyway, so, yeah, we've got these situations to deal with. We're going to fly right into the small one. We still have this guy over here, as you can see. I'm not sure what to do with this, but I'm just barely able to cover it up from underneath, so we don't have to worry so much about... it being visible. So now we can do what we want, although we're not going to be able to drop the spiders straight down. It is a spider spawner. You can hear them when they spawn. When you stand over there for a while, you just hear an overwhelming number of spiders. That's kind of... I haven't gone in and lit it up yet. I'm not sure why. I just haven't. But, yeah. So we've got a lot of other things to do. All of these corners, all around here, even over here and everything, it's all going to be not torn down, dug out, basically. I want the whole corner dug out like this one is. Okay, so we're at the end of it, we're just going to have a huge circle all the way around with all of this stuff empty. And it's going to be a gigantic open area. It's a lot of digging. I've gone through 2 of these so far. Which again, compared to the cavalry's base, or not necessarily his. Well, yeah, I guess it would be considered his base. But compared to what he's been doing over there, is absolutely nothing. Not even a. Ooh. If you didn't see it, go check out another episode I got. What did I say? The biggest hole in Endless Iron, I think was the episode title. Go check that out. I show off his hole here. It's just crazy. But even for us, digging alone, just in between episodes, this is kind of a lot. 2.5 pickaxes, Unbreaking 3 pickaxes, and yeah, we got some crazy stuff going on. But we're not done yet. We're not done yet. And we need to get the water out of here. Now, how do you suppose the best way to get water out of a place is? Huh? Yeah, sponges. Guess what we have right near us? Yeah, a monument that may or may not have sponges in it. So what are we going to do? We're going to take on that monument here in a minute. Now, there is something that I like to use, and I generally don't take on monuments until I have one available to me, but we do. I don't know if you've noticed, or if I've ever shown you at all in any video, but we have a conduit. I think I showed you where I set it up. Pretty sure I built it with you guys on camera, but we go over here. This is where it is, back here in this little area. Well, this is a neat little trick for you guys. If you go and break into the side of a place that has water in it, you can seal it off just with a pressure plate. You just got to put it in the right spot. If you put it in the wrong spot, it'll pour out over the pressure plate. But if you get it in the right area, it's really good for getting rid of like the long trails that these things tend to leave. You can just walk right in and out of them pretty easily, especially if you have Depth Strider. But anyway, so this guy here, I'm actually going to tear this down, and we're going to move it a lot closer to the, here, let's do this. We're going to move it a lot closer to that monument. And this is going to allow us to breathe and see really, really well inside of that monument, and it's going to be pretty good. It's going to be very, very nice for us, and makes things so much easier not having to worry about water breathing potions or night vision potions, which is generally the only thing I go into one of these places with. I usually don't do strength. Sometimes I will do strength. I might do strength now since we already have a potion area set up. I'm going to see what actually strength potions take, or rather what they require. And maybe I'll grab one of those, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and take this guy, set it up over there in the area that we need to set it up in to make sure we get the effect all the way throughout the entire ocean monument, and then we're going to go ahead and take it out. Well, it's nighttime, all right. Here is your easy way in. You see our conduit down there. A lot of people are just like swimming regularly. I don't like swimming in regularly. Stupid little things getting in my way. Swimming in regularly can actually lead to a lot of damage, and that's not very good. But as you can see, we do have the conduit power. I tested it as well, and I went to the far corner just to make sure we did have the conduit power all the way throughout this. Perfect. Throughout this thing. But now, before we can harvest our sponges, we need to make sure we go through and kill all of the big guys. Although it's like this whole thing is just one very closed off place. Usually sponge rooms are dead ends. Oh, yep, okay, give it to me again. Oh, sure. Oh, here we go. I was like, where in the world... What the crap is happening, and why is everything closed off? All right, anyway, so yeah, these places are really not that, I say they're not that difficult. They're not, mostly, but some areas are, and as long as you can avoid them, you're good, but I know how to avoid them, so really this is not going to be all that difficult for me. Watch me die now after I say that. But you get the idea. It's not something I really need to bring you in for. Hey guys, that's the room you avoid. That room is a little bit dangerous. I need to figure out where to go. I might have to go through that room, actually. Well, that's unfortunate. Because all the way up is nothing. That's the only way into the place. Over here is completely closed off as well, right? This was the closed off area? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's not fun. I guess we do have to go through this area then, huh? And if you have to go through it fast. Make sure you're blocking yourself off all the time. Obstructing the view of these other little guardian guys. You guys know how this stuff works. I don't need to bring you in through this. Some people are actually unaware of this little fact, but these guys are almost impossible to hit without getting thorns. But if you get close enough, you can actually hit them with a bow, which completely avoids the whole thorn situation. Although I'm about to die. Oh, nice. I got him. I'm still about to die, though. Did they change how these things are generated? I've never seen this before. It took me a minute to find the third one. Usually they're pretty easy to find. In this case, I came across a room like this. And it took me forever because I was walking around and I just go in like this and it'd be like, okay, you got 2 pillars, blah, 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 2 pillars, da, da, da. And I'd go right by the room. Not once did I go like this until the very, very end where I'm like, oh, well, okay, these are hollow pillars that go down. One of them goes down into this room and then the other, it goes all like, I've never seen this before. I was having so much trouble finding that last guy. It's kind of crazy. I've never seen that before. Anyway, so I have a little bit of a safe area actually right here. Yes, I can be shot at and everything, but it's pretty easy to like hop across and obstruct the view of whoever wants to shoot me. And this guy right here just so happens to be pretty close. I can shoot him with a bow. I can hop in, hop out. I should be able to hit him, theoretically, without taking any damage at all. Because he, you know, he's kind of a big guy. I think that just, nope, it didn't do it. Not yet. Yeah. Okay. Good? We're good. He's just sitting there now. He's like, okay, that's it. I'm going to be gone. I can't do anything about this. I can't get this guy. Anyway, so there's the last one. Should be the last one. Ooh, and we got an Elder Guardian head. That's cool. Okay, well that's... Oh, yeah, okay. And there's my conduit power back. Now, no more mining fatigue, which is great. I can mine what I got to mine. Now I just need to get all the way back to... Oh, what? You got to be kidding me. There was an up right at the beginning? Leading directly to this guy. Holy crap. There's a lot of Guardians out there. Holy bejeebers. That is insane. Where's my mushroom room? Is it up? I think it's like... Is it up here? I'm not going to be able to find it now. Watch. This is going to be funny too because I won't be able to find my mushroom... Did I say mushroom? Why would I say mushroom room? That's why it sounded weird saying it. I don't know why I said mushroom room. My sponge room. Ah, that sounds much better. There it is. Here we go. Here's the prize. So now our ocean monument is cleared of the big baddies. Obviously, lots and lots and lots of little baddies around. But that's okay. Because we will come back another day and deal with those. It may not be the most effective Guardian farm, but it is working. We're getting drops from them for sure. Not a whole lot, but enough to make some kind of bricks and stones and stuff out of it. These guys just love this conduit for some reason. Alright, well, I have some bad news. You remember that pick that I had that was efficiency 5 and allowed us to insta-mine? I didn't exactly pay attention and it disappeared. On accident, totally accidentally broke it. I mean, yeah. I like this. Clanix Dirt Knot, please come in. Or not. Also, I don't charge. I just have nothing to do. Trying to, I don't know, poison people, wither people, or whatever. Yeah. I wanted to check out some of this stuff since we're here, and I haven't seen much of this. Wanted to see what kind of shops and stuff we have in the area. Oh, this is a witch hut stuff. Ooh. How much are glass bottles? Does it say? There we go. 3 diamonds per stack. It's actually not terrible if you think about how much glass goes into it. I mean, they get it for free because of a witch farm. But, you know what? Is that the only one? I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to give myself a few bottles. What is this? Sugar? Glowstone, Spider eyes. That's just, what is that? Stone? Probably just stone, right? Yeah, 5 diamonds per 9 stack. Actually, you know what? This is probably the cavalry's base or shop. It's got to be. He's got so much stone. If you needed stone, it's crazy. I'm sure all of these are going to be filled before too long. And of course, you got those guys. Diorite, diorite and andesite and granite. I don't know what this is. Probably nothing yet. Although wither roses, you don't have any yet, it appears. Oh yeah, you do. Okay. 3 diamonds per stack of wither roses. I'm gonna go ahead and get. I've never actually played with these guys. We're gonna get these guys too. I put 3 in there, right? Okay. Slime blocks, no. Redstone, no. Okay. That's pretty cool, though. It's not bad. I like it. It's a nice little place. All right, what else we got around the area? New stuff. We're looking at the new stuff. I think that might be it as far as new things are concerned. Clanix Dirt Hut and I'm guessing it's got to be the cavalry because that's the witch farm. Although it could be minions too. This is this is Clanix cheap. This is all mending. Do you have efficiency 4 right here? No, okay, that's all mending. All right. Gonna have to go to the other one, I guess. Mambo has a shop. I think he has efficiency 4 books. This is all stuff we've seen before. Hello, chicken. How are you, Dr. Clux? Redstone, sheep. I'm trying to see if there's any other new shops. This right here, there's that. Nothing new that I see except for the ones we've already visited. I believe. But here's Mambo's shop. For whatever reason, Mambo built a shop in the shape of Minion's head. I have no idea why. Unfinished fireworks shop. Come by. Wither Rose. Yeah. Hey, you're withered. Why are you not getting hurt more? That's not right. You're supposed to stand on it and die. Anyway. Something. Blah, blah. Good words. Nice words, buddy. Okay. All books 1 diamond. Perfect. Okay. So do you have an efficiency 4? Fortune 3. It looks like you have the max level books, though. You might have to buy an efficiency 5 and put that on. Depth Strider. Infinity. Mending. Uh-oh. Do you not have efficiency 4? Uh-oh. Huh. That's unfortunate. Oh, we got more here. Ah, efficiency 5. Okay, there we go. Unbreaking 3. I don't need unbreaking 3. Do I need anything else on it? I don't think so. I think we're good here. I think we're okay with this guy too for now. We're going to make custom stuff as soon as we get our villagers up to speed. But for now, we don't have our villagers up to speed. So we got to go ahead and make sure we have the ability to do what we got to do, such as dig. We got to be able to dig. What is it? Oh, this is reserved, right? Area inside cobble is claimed. Yeah, there's a big spot over there. That's going to be a big thingamajig. Okay, let's get out of here before we have it draw in a creeper and actually like blow something up on accident or something. Wonderful. So we did go ahead and get all of that handled. We got this water out with those sponges. So we're good to go. Oh, that guy doesn't have any. This guy has some. Where are the other ones at? I don't know. Anyway, doesn't actually matter. This is going to be a project that takes a while. So we're going to see some updates here and there, and probably going to try to do a cool little time lapse if I can. Not sure. That time lapse is probably going to span multiple episodes. So you're going to end up seeing updates to this build, and then we're going to go back in time with that time lapse and see it all happen maybe. If I can actually make that happen. Don't you dare quote me. Why am I not wearing my gear? Oh, I just repaired everything using my villagers. I forgot. Don't quote me on that, though. Don't yell at me if it doesn't happen. All right? I'm going to try, but you never know. Anyway, so today what we're going to do is we're going to pop on over, switch gears a little bit, and go handle something else. We got a project coming up with a couple of the other guys on the server. Not going to reveal what it is yet, but it sounds like it's going to be pretty cool, but we kind of need a resource none of us have. So I went ahead and volunteered to set up a farm for it. Yeah. It seems like that sign has acquired a little bit of company. That top one's mine. That's the one I just put in. So, of course, it's getting nighttime. Why would it not be getting nighttime? But anyway, I think this is where we're going to end up building it. I didn't actually bring any supplies with me to build this thing because I'm a dummy-dumb. But this, I believe, is going to be the location. So I have marked down the coordinates. And I'm going to go get some blocks. And what we're going to do is we're going to flatten kind of the tops, just the tips of just the tip of these mountains here. So there's not a whole lot of digging to do. It'll be a little bit without a beacon. I don't really want to lug a beacon over here for this little project, basically. And I'm going to lay out what I want to build. I'm not sure. I still don't know. I still don't know if I want to do one of those AFK-able ones or if I just want to do one of the manual ones that are so much easier to build. I really don't know. But let me go get a bed and some more supplies for things, and then we'll see what I come up with. Alright, we run into a problem, and I didn't actually think about this, but I should have. Our diagonal paths here would reproduce all the water. It would create full water if these white blocks weren't here. The white blocks are basically the ice blocks before that we had to break in order to get the water to move. They're blocking the infinite sources, so we got to do something about that. We need them in here in order to create ice faster. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to remove the diagonals, and we're going to try a different tactic for them. I think it's looking pretty good, but it didn't always look good, and it didn't always work very well either. You see, last time I was showing you around, I had one big open ice cube that I was like, you know what, this is just complicated. It's hard to move around in. It's hard to pick up all of the ice. It's hard to do a lot of things. It just wasn't working. And big ice trays just don't work out very well. And now I'm seeing why. Then, after I put in all of this stuff here, I realized that the slabs, while it's pretty cool that you can put those down there and you don't have to block, you know, the skylight to a water source block to prevent it from, turning into ice. It's very cool you can do that, but it's also very problematic. When you're walking around, you're popping up and down and you're sinking down and you're just, it's a lot of trouble. It makes it very, very hard to maneuver inside the water, especially with Depth Strider 3, where you float downward very, very slowly. So you'd pop up on one of the slabs and then you'd very slowly, work your way down back to the bottom. While it is only a half slab and it may not seem like it's very, very crazy about it, like it wouldn't be that big of a problem, it is, because it does take you a while to get down. And while you're still sinking, you can't break the ice instantly. They're not insta-break anymore. So you'd pop up, and you'd do that all the time on every single corner. Even some of the edges, it'll happen every once in a while. So it's like, okay, that's when we kind of raised all the slabs and was like, all right. And now we're here at this so-called finished product, and we have gotten a lot of ice, and we can get a bunch more ice. It's not that big of a deal to go ahead and get it. Now, you do see that it does take a little while for the ice to melt, or freeze, rather, for the water to freeze. And my goal was that you could keep going around in a circle to get more and more ice nonstop, basically. Which is good, but those AFK farms, those are going to be better for that kind of a concept. They're more geared towards smaller pockets of ice, which are going to freeze a lot faster. And the whole idea that the water sources, after you break that ice, are going to push the ice you just broke into yourself. So it doesn't rely on you moving, it relies on the ice moving. And that is always going to be a better method than having you go back and forth to pick up all the ice. It's a little more tedious this way, I suppose. But as you can see, it doesn't take that incredibly long for the ice to melt, and you could go around endlessly and continue to get ice. You could just keep breaking it all the way around in circles forever, and you will still get decent quantities of ice. But you might want to wait. I'm not sure. Obviously, you'll get more ice if you do wait a little while, so it might be worth it. But if you really just need certain amounts, go around once and just keep going until you get the last couple stacks, and you'll be okay, I guess. But I have been converting all of this into blue ice because we need a bunch of blue ice. And I'm going to be over here. I guess I didn't get all of the... Let's convert everything we got all the way down into blue ice. There's all the packed ice. There's all the blue ice. So we have 3. Okay, yeah. So we got almost 2 stacks of blue ice, which isn't terrible, but our project, I think, is going to require a bunch more. So we're going to have to be here. I'm going to tell the buddies that we're going to be working with on our project about this. And then that way they can come. If we all get, like 2 or 3 stacks of blue ice, 2 or 3 stacks of packed ice, and then just a bunch of regular ice to fill in any gaps we have, we should have a decent enough quantity to finish off our plans. Hopefully. That's the idea. And if not, we could always come back and get a few more stacks in the middle of the project if we have to. But the idea is that we shouldn't have to. But yeah. Now, I'm not quite done with this area yet. All right. There is something else I would like to get done. And it actually opened up and spawned in my mind when we were here. When I cleared out the middle of this. Now what I want to do is create almost like the old school ice spike biomes. I don't want a glacier biome. I want kind of like ice mountains. And I want to stick those in an interesting little scene right here in the middle. And we're going to do some pretty cool stuff. Now, I am going to use a lot of the ice that we already have here. And I'm going to use a lot of the snow, but that's fine. That's easy. We got our snowman buddy over there. And I'm also going to need more. So a lot of the harvesting that I'm going to do is not even going to be used for that project I was just mentioning. It's going to be used for the center of this. So we're over here at spawn because I want to give something a try. Now we're messing with ice. So light sources, what did I say? Ice? We're messing with ice. We're messing with ice. So light sources are generally a bad thing. But what we're going to do, 5 diamonds a stack. Got my stack, got my 5 diamonds. Good to go. What is this? Oh, this is the regular ones? Okay, cool. Cool. But I think these would go pretty well with the ice. It's a nice, basically all the colors of ice are in here, including the white of snow as well. So it's kind of, I mean, it's not exactly the same. I guess you got like greenish in there. But let me show you what exactly one of the reasons behind this is, okay? I think it's looking pretty good so far. We're going to take a good little sky view. I think you probably just saw it in a time lapse. I'm not sure how I'm going to do all that and how I'm going to hook it up yet, but I'm thinking you probably already saw what it looked like. So you can kind of imagine certain concepts behind what is going to happen when it snows. And I need to go, wait, which way do I need? I need to go over here. I went the wrong way. Woo. But for example, when it snows, you're going to have a lot of the snow on top. You know, you're going to have snow layers and everything. And I did account for that, sort of. I accounted for that later on, basically. Because the floor, the entire bit of this floor right here is going to be one solid sheet of snow. And I didn't think about that while I was doing the floor, but I'm thinking about it now. And that's kind of why I want to check out the sea lanterns. Now, like I said, light sources are terrible. It's really, really, really bad to have light sources near ice. So we're not going to have it like real close to here. Then some of that would never freeze, so on and so forth. I put it around here, then some of these regular ones will melt. But I think if we do this, let's see if I do that up there. I think certain water actually in this area wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. I think having some strategic waterfalls in certain areas. Sorry, I kind of tapped my mouse for a second, but I think it'd be kind of interesting to see. Now, I don't want all of this to be waterfalls, so I want the light. I think it's 11. I want to say it's 11 when these guys melt. So if we're paying attention to where all of our ice is, we can try to replace it. I don't think I have that much packed ice, but we can go around again if I need to. I'll have to go heal my pick. This would be like the 4th time I'm healing this guy back up using our villagers. We have a lot. We have so many emeralds. It's absolutely ridiculous. It is crazy how many emeralds we have, but that's okay. There's much worse problems to have. Not really even a problem, but you get the idea. Anyway, but if we're paying attention to where our ice is, we can put these down in ways that would melt some ice, but not necessarily others. So when you're calculating, like this guy right here would have to go because he would actually melt. I think some of these guys would melt if we put it. And see, some of those guys would melt too. This is, I put so much ice around everywhere. Ice was like the block I wanted to use. But I want to try maybe like here. These guys give off 15. Some of these are going to melt. Probably, let's see, 15. And right on top would be Was this 15 or 14? Yeah, 14 on the block. Okay. I'm trying to figure out exactly how it calculates it. I forgot if it... I pushed the wrong button. I forgot if it actually counted the block itself that it is in as the 15. And then any other block adjacent to it would be 14. And that seems like what it is. So we have 14 here. The 13, 12, 11 in the ice block. This one should melt. If it does... If the ice looks for adjacent blocks that are 11, then this one will also melt. I think I want to say it's 11, but a couple of these blocks will melt. Maybe these 3. This guy will melt. Let's see, 14, 13, 12, 11. Maybe that guy as well. But if these melt first, then these guys will actually run into these. And that might be a little interesting effect. And 14, 13, 12, 11, maybe these guys will melt as well if we had that there. Now, what's actually going to happen since our light source is there? And we may not keep this here, mind you. This may not actually stay there because it doesn't really fit as much as I wanted it to. I don't know. It's not like we're not going to use sea lanterns. Sea lanterns are one of the best lights in the game, so we're going to use them somewhere. They may just not be used here. But, I'm surprised none of them have melted yet. But the entire ground is going to be covered with snow layers, except the blocks immediately surrounding this. So these guys will be water. Maybe those guys will be water. And after it snows, everything will be covered except for the areas right around where we put the sea lanterns. Now, we can't really put them down too much, but I want to put them down in a couple of places here. Like maybe this could be a sea lantern. And then we could put it over here in the snow. As long as it's closer to this ice. Those ice will melt, but that's fine. We don't need a whole lot of them either. See, if we put it here... then we're going to end, like, I don't think these guys will melt. These guys will, for sure. There's one already. Okay, so 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Interesting. I didn't know that one would melt. Maybe it's counting the block itself. So 14, 13, 12, 11. So yeah, the ice... Okay, I kind of see how it's tracking it now. This one will melt. 12, 11. But these aren't transparent though. So I think it still has to go above it. So I think I was right in these calculations. See, I think what's happening is basically it's doing whatever light can pass through, like including skylight, right? So over here, let's go back over here. Over here, the lantern itself can pass through. The light itself can pass through ice blocks. So the block itself, this ice block itself was 14. That ice block was 13. This one was 12. 13, 12, and then this one was 11 and therefore melted. But the ones beside it, which are also ice, are technically 10, which means they can stay frozen, and the same here. So you see the 3 blocks directly surrounding this, like the one right beside here, the one that's, basically in the middle, they're all melted. That was light level 12, so 11, yeah. So there's that guy melting there. And we had the one, so that creates that little flow. It looks a little weird though. I'm not too big a fan of that particular flow. I don't really like how that looks. I wish I could I don't know. See, if it flowed down like that, it'd be good. I mean, I guess I could leave maybe some packed ice or something there. Well, I got that one to stay. That was good. I guess I could just kind of leave... I don't know if I want to leave snow like that. It should be ice. Do I have packed ice? I only have 1 packed ice. I mean, I can get more. I can basically, I can make it look a lot better than that, though. And this guy over here, like I was mentioning, of course, we got that ice block. But see, this isn't melting nearly as much as that one because it's beside blocks that don't let light pass through. So it has to go up on top of the block, which is 14, and then 13, and then 12, and then down into 11, into the block. So it's going into the block, but transparent blocks will allow it to travel. And it's good that I'm learning how this light is traveling through blocks and around blocks, because then I can easily control, I say easily, I can kind of sort of control exactly what's going to melt and what we can do, what kind of effects we can have. I hear you, Mr. Zombie. You must be underneath this platform that I think is not quite as lit up as it needs to be. But you get the idea. I don't know how this looks. Let's take a look over here just to see what we're looking at for the little bit of water features that we have. See, I think the little bits of water really, really helps. I think it does. But we're not going to use lights to do all of it. I think we're just going to put lights where we can, and then we'll create other water flows ourselves. Like, let's see if we can do one. I want one coming. I think not on the top, but somewhere in the middle-ish. Like maybe, no, I don't think that guy will spread too far. I want a thin stream. So somebody in the middle, basically. That guy will spread too much. What about this guy? I think that should fall down right here. And if he goes down here, I think that's the only place he'll go. Is down here. I think the other side's blocked. And if you know water mechanics like I do, like I hope I do, if I break this guy right here, you might think that it would pour here and then go all the way down, but it won't. Because water searches for the nearest place it can go down a block. In this case, it would have to go 1 and then 2 before it can go down. Here, it just has to go 1 and then down. So all of the water will go that direction. It's the water in Minecraft is more akin to electricity than it is, electricity in real life than it is water in real life, really. So if we break this, it should go right here, which will then go a little further down here. So we break only one of them, guy. I only wanted to break one of them. You were regular ice down there, weren't you? That's fine. That's okay. We can have the regular ice there. That is fine. So let's see if I'm right. Let's see if I'm just being a dummy dumb. I'm pretty sure I'm right, though. Yeah. There we go. Bam. Okay. So there's a little bit of water there as well. Let's create a small one here. And then we'll break this guy. Oh, I forgot about this one. But if I break this, we can block him back off. And then we can have a double, and that'll be fine. That'll be okay. And then the little bit of water features in here, it makes the region look like it's more wet, right? Ice comes from water. It shouldn't look dry. It shouldn't look 100% frozen. There should be little bits of water here and there, like you see. And I think that's going to be, I think that'll be pretty good. I'm waiting for it to snow. I'm thinking the version of the sleep mod thing that we have, that the what do they call it? It's not a mod. It's technically it is a modification, so it could be considered a mod. But you get what I'm saying. I wonder how that would look. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But I think the sleep thing that we have actually prevents weather from changing. I forget how it act. I don't know. But you see how when somebody sleeps, I don't know if you noticed or not, but it kind of showed a couple little flurries there. I think it's doing something with the weather that actually prevents it. So as long as you're sleeping, you're not going to get the rain or the inclement weather. So we're going to have to wait until people are not sleeping online, which is weird. And, It's not like you can blame anybody for sleeping. Everybody sleeps. It's kind of a thing you normally want to happen. So I don't know. We just gotta wait. One day the snow will fall and this area will be covered with snow. We can come check it out. But let me go ahead. I'm gonna put in the rest of these lanterns and probably put in a few more water areas. And then maybe if we're lucky, I can see if we can check it out at night. Maybe Clinic will, if I ask him, maybe he won't sleep for just a little while. I'll let him know when he can sleep, or I'll sleep one of the things. I just want to see what this looks like at night after we've actually put in all the lights, because I think that's going to be one of the draws of these lanterns. All right, are you guys ready to check this out? Hold on. Let's get a good vantage point. There is an issue I didn't even think about for some reason. There we go. It's a little lit up. Just a little bit, you know, and it's nice. I want some kind of light in the middle here, but it's not really going to be able to happen unless they invent a light that won't melt things when you place it down. Another thing I didn't even think about. Somehow I didn't even think about it. I guess normally because you don't have to worry about it. But these blocks that I manually broke, like this guy is fine because he melted, but there's a couple of them that I manually broke. Like these guys, for example, they freeze. They froze back. So that's going to be an issue. There's a few of them that I did. I don't remember. I know I broke one up there that I want to make sure I keep. Oh, hello. Mine hurts more. And you died from it. Good. But what we can do is maybe put some slabs or something in there. I don't know, maybe quartz slabs because it looks close to snow or something like that maybe. I don't know what else we could do really, but like if we put quartz in this guy over here, it's going to look weird, you know? It'll prevent it from freezing, but it'll just be one speck. I guess with the other snow that is eventually going to be on top, it won't look so out of place though. And we won't have to do that to too many things. And down when they're in the ground, you won't even notice them. So I really would be okay in that case. Die, zombie! Okay. We're starting to get a lot of spawns around here, though. I'm going to go ahead and sleep, though. Because you guys got the view when it was at nighttime. I really wanted to see that. Like this guy, he froze back as well. So I'm going to go get some slabs, I think. We're going to see what it looks like with some slabs in here. All right, so we've got the slabs in, and as you can tell, I wouldn't really say they stick out, but it does look a little bit odd that they're kind of floating in the air. Not floating in the air, but basically the white texture, what would be snow, is by itself all the way up top. But what I wanted to show you, I do have a few of these snow layers. Oh. Really? Oh, that's interesting. But it goes on packed ice, right? No. It does go on blue ice. Ooh, that's going to be pretty cool, though. But that also means I could probably pick up all the blue ice. Well, the ones that are far enough away from the lamps anyway. I'll probably keep my eye out for basically snow, since I know that the snow layers are only going to go on top of other snow and the blue ice. I could probably pick up the blue ice and put down a different block. We'll pick something that doesn't look so weird if it is dug up. That is, if it is. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I don't do much with cold builds. I really don't do a whole lot with icy builds, so that surprises me. I really thought there would be snow layers. I thought snow layers would totally go on top of ice, but I guess not. They're transparent blocks. Does that mean they don't go on glass either? I mean, it wouldn't work here. It would just melt. Must be a thing. That's weird. Okay. Well, that does kind of change the game a little bit, I suppose. I mean, it doesn't look that out of place. It's not that noticeable, especially from a distance. And you can kind of see the one up there as well. I always forget that I have the zoom key from Optifine and stuff. It doesn't look too out of place. It does look a little bit odd, but it's not too crazy out of place, I don't think. I really want to see what this place looks like after it snows and everything, though. I think that'll be really, really cool. having some of the spots out here be covered in snow and others not. Like all of the white will be covered with more white. So that's going to look the same, but it'll have more depth because it'll be raised up off the regular ground. So that's already going to look better. And then all the blue ice will also have some of the snow layers. So that's going to look pretty cool because sometimes it's not going to be anywhere near the snow and you'll have little tiny patches like this kind of scattered around the area. Since now that I know, I think that'll be pretty cool. I think that'll add a little bit of depth. I think that'll be pretty neat, actually. I'm going to get my snow layers back. I would kind of cover the whole area with snow layers myself, but really, I mean, it just feels pointless when all I really have to do is wait for it to rain, because in this biome it'll snow, and in that case, we'll get a whole lot of snow layers automatically placed on every surface that it can. Like, I won't even have to try, so it's pretty much what we're going to wait for. We're just going to wait for it. We'll check back in here later just to see what it looks like. Maybe there's something we could do to touch it up. If you have any ideas, please do let me know down there in the comments. I think maybe there's a few touch-ups here and there. A couple things that could be done to make it look a little better that I'm just not thinking of. Like I said, I don't do much with cold builds. But I think it looks okay. I don't think it's terrible. It's not something I'm going to look at and be like, oh my God, that's disgusting. Let me tear it down. Like I have done in the past. It's kind of par for the course when you're learning how to build and design things. If you don't like it, you got to tear it down and start over. But I think it's pretty good the way it is. I think it's okay. Again, it could be better, but I think it's definitely pretty good. But again, let me know what you think in the comments. But that's about all the time I have for this episode. If you liked it, please do hit that like button and subscribe to see more. Thank you so much for watching. Do what you do, and I will see you next time. I'm sorry, Kai. We may not need you anymore. You know what that means? I'm not going to do it yet, though. It's okay. I won't do it yet.